You all know that I love my Discover It credit card, but it has been several years since we did a proper review of this product. So today let's break down everything that the Discover It credit card has to offer in 2022 to help you decide whether or not this is a product that is still worth it for your financial life. All right, let's jump right into it. What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. So when it comes to personal finance, everyone seems to have different opinions, but there is one thing that a majority of the community seems to agree upon, and that is the fact that the Discover It credit card is probably the best beginner credit card option currently on the market, and it has been for several years. Obviously, you've got the Dave Ramsey crowd who says avoid credit cards at all costs, and if that's what you want to do, then, that's cool too. But if you are looking at getting your first credit card, or maybe adding another credit card to your lineup, the Discover It is probably a product that you have stumbled upon, but is it still worth it in 2022? Let's take a look. For starters, the best part about this card is, of course, the fact that there is no annual fee, which is definitely not uncommon anymore, and there are lots of products that have no annual fee, but always a bonus that I like to mention. Now, they do have several different versions of this card, which we'll take a look at in a second, but most commonly, people get the standard Discover It Cashback Rewards credit card, and this product is going to give you 5% cash back on different rolling categories that change each quarter throughout the year. Now, these categories don't always stay the same year to year, but in 2022, they're going to give you 5% cash back at grocery stores and fitness clubs for the first quarter, 5% back at gas stations and Target in the second quarter. The third quarter is restaurants and PayPal, which is pretty awesome. And in the fourth quarter, you're going to earn 5% cash back at Amazon.com and on your digital wallets. So those categories are definitely different than when I got this card several years ago, but one thing that is really important to note about that 5% cash back is that it is capped at $1,500 in purchases each quarter, which means the maximum you could possibly earn each quarter in cash back would be $75 or $300 for the entire year. And that is still pretty great for a free credit card, but that is a fairly low spending cap, so just keep that in mind. Now, outside of those spending categories, or if you go over that spending limit, you're going to earn 1% unlimited cash back on everything else. Again, that's cool, but there are a number of products nowadays that offer 2% unlimited cash back on everything, so 1% isn't that great, but again, this is a beginner product, so the fact that you get this amount of cash back is all pretty sweet. Perhaps the best feature that really put the Discover It card on the map is the unlimited dollar-for-dollar cashback match at the end of your first year. And what this means is, say you earn $500 in cash back in your first year, well then Discover is going to give you another $500 on top of that, which is insane considering, again, this card is completely free. As many of you know, the Discover It card, actually this very card right here, is the very first credit card that I ever opened, and I actually opened this on my 18th birthday, and in my first year, I earned $600 in cash back, meaning at the end of the year, Discover matched that and gave me another $600 on my statement, which is really cool because that means I earned $1,200 in cash back, and that was as a broke college student who really wasn't spending any money at all. Essentially, that means that in your first year, you're getting 10% on those rolling categories and 2% back on everything else, which is definitely unmatched in the market right now. Beyond those cashback rewards, Discover also has the $0 fraud liability guarantee, meaning if there is ever an unauthorized purchase on your Discover card, you are not responsible for covering that purchase. Discover also has the standard card freeze feature that you can access right from within the app, and they will immediately replace your card, and Social Security monitoring alerts, which again is free and included with your Discover It card. They're also going to give you a free credit score monitoring service, which is pretty easy to get nowadays with a number of different financial tools. But if this is your very first credit card, then this is really exciting because it's actually a really quick and easy way to see your credit score going through the roof in a pretty short period of time. But perhaps the best feature about Discover as a whole that I have talked about time and time again is their unbelievable US-based 24/7 customer support. Look, I literally review financial products for a living, meaning I have spent a lot of time on the phone talking with a lot of different financial companies, and no one even comes close to the customer support that Discover has and has had for a very long time. Literally, if you need help with anything or have a question, you just call the number on the back of your card anytime, any day, and a kind, helpful, and friendly person will answer the phone and get things sorted out for you. Now, this isn't any personal concierge service like the Centurion Black Card, for example, but considering that product costs $15,000 in your first first year, I think I'll stick with the free Discover customer support. One other thing that I love about Discover is that the cashback that you earn is just given to you directly as cash, and there aren't any points, and you don't have to redeem the points or jump through any hoops or anything like that. They just give you the cash back at the end of the month, and it is really simple. Now, like I said earlier, there are also a million different versions of this card, including the standard cashback credit card that we just looked at, but they also have a student cashback card, a secured credit card, the student Chrome, a travel version, gas and restaurants version, and even an NHL credit card. Plus, outside of those actual card versions, they also have more colors and designs for the actual credit card itself than I have ever seen on any other credit card. We're not going to go through the different benefits for every single card because that would take forever, but they really do have a card regardless of your financial situation, including those of you that are students. Plus, those of you that are watching this who are students, you can actually input your GPA into the Discover app, and if you have good grades, they will literally just give you $20 for free. Like I said earlier, they also have a secured credit card, which, if you're not familiar, basically you give them $500, for example, and they will give you a credit card that has a limit of $500. And don't worry, that is just a security deposit, so if you ever decide to close that credit card or upgrade to one of the other options, then you will get that full security deposit back. But a secured credit card is a fantastic option if you either have no credit score at all or if you are rebuilding bad credit history. With that being said, I will mention that when I was 18 and had absolutely no credit history at all, I was still able to get the standard cashback rewards credit card with Discover, which may have just been a fluke in the system, but there doesn't really seem to be any rhyme or reason to this. So I'd say go ahead and apply for the regular cashback version, and if you get denied, you can then always go ahead and apply for the student or secured version as a backup. The travel version of this card does give you unlimited 1.5 miles on every dollar that you spend, but to be completely honest, I have no experience with how Discover's travel site works and what those points are actually worth. So if you're that far into the credit card game and you want to earn points and other travel rewards, then you're probably better off going with an option from Chase or American Express. Alright, so now let's answer the big question of today's video: is the Discover 8 credit card still worth it in 2022? Well, I have a very simple answer for you, and that is, yeah, of course. Like, what kind of question is that? Now, if you already have established credit history and multiple credit cards, then this is probably not the product for you because this is definitely a beginner credit card. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, everyone in the personal finance community seems to agree that if you are brand new to credit cards or building your credit score, then the Discover 8 card is the best option out there, and not only gives you a fast and free way to build your credit score and credit history, but also offers some pretty competitive cash back and other rewards as well. Now, I will mention that since I got this card 5 years ago, there have been some new products like credit builder cards that have hit the market, and those are fantastic tools as well that are designed to help you build your credit score from zero or repair bad credit. But they oftentimes don't offer any kind of cashback rewards or anything like that, so I would still say that if you're able to get approved for something like the Discover 8 card, then I'd probably go ahead and apply for that first, see what happens, and if you get denied, then you can explore other options. So it's not a surprise, but I still love my Discover 8 credit card, and while I don't personally use it anymore, and I probably haven't used it for about 2 years, I still keep this account open because it has no annual fee, and by keeping this account open, since it is my oldest line of credit, it has increased my total available credit, increased my lines of credit, increased the average age of my credit, and all of that is really good for my credit score. If you do want to sign up for the Discover 8 credit card, I will leave a link down in the description below, but as always, this is just my opinion, so I'd love to know what you think of this product down in the comment section, and whether or not you feel that the Discover 8 credit card is still worth it in 2022. As always, if you did get value out of this content and you want to help support me, the easiest way to do that is actually by checking out some of my favorite financial tools down in the description below, including one offer from the Point Cashback debit card that will currently give you $100 when you open your account and make your first purchase, so definitely check that out using the link down below. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future, and of course, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it so much. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.